Fans from all around the globe watching tonight's showdown to find out which team is the best in the world. We'll see Australia and Team USA.
And there's nothing bigger than international basketball, and it all boils down to this. The U.S. has made it to the final.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Guys, a lot of heads were turned when Prez was named to the Team USA.
Thank you, David. And the experience Prez, Greg, is getting on this team is invaluable.
And getting a chance to learn and practice, Kevin, with the elite of the game. The fact that he might see the floor is just icing on the...
Take a look now for Team USA. Paul George comes in for Draymond Green. And Prez is subbed in for Thompson. And a new group getting ready for Australia. Dellavedova kicks to Exum. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova.
And on the international stage like this, it is always amazing to see the best and brightest of the United States come together. So many teams represented here today.
And the saying is country before club. And as much as all these stars like to battle it out in the NBA, they all have one goal when playing in the red, white, and blue. An incredible collection of talent for sure, and one mission in mind: win it. And what an honor it has to be. Country on perhaps one of the biggest stages of basketball. Prez showed what he's capable of in college, and with his skill set, it wasn't too surprising to see him named to the team. Overall, it's been an incredible learning experience for Prez.
Well, it's been a bit of a tradition to take one exceptional college player on the U.S. team and on their roster. This cycle, it's Prez's turn.
And it's happened before. Remember Christian Laettner and the Brow, and just how those two were special in college. The same can be said for Prez. Plus, he'll get a chance to test himself on the international stage.
And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid on to the spot, too.
Catching up on the changes for Team USA. Jordan, he's checked in for Cousins. Butler comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Lowry in for Kyrie Irving. With Prez and being named to this team, USA Basketball will traditionally call in one standout college player to fill out the roster. Prez was that guy for this tournament.
Well, he was a standout in college, and you know about how high expectations are for Prez at the next level. He's been getting a taste of basketball at the highest level in this tournament. It just has to be an honor for him to be able to be a part of Team USA.
Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Jordan. He's perfect from the line this time.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line. And this tournament has shown the world just how far Australian basketball has come. A lot of great players on this team, and almost all of them playing for NBA teams.
Well, over the past few decades, basketball has really exploded in Australia. And they're seeing what could be the start of a golden era for their national team.
Brokoff, defended by Butler. Kicks to Dellavedova. The dish to Anderson, and stolen by Jordan. Anthony against Anderson. Jordan the pass to Prez. Back to Jordan. And Baines pulls it down.
Oh, boy, that would have been a nice alley-oop.
Boy, really liked the thought on that play, but didn't quite get it executed. Almost made a spectacular play.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Now here is Dellavedova. Brokoff. All right, there's the horn. It's a close game at the end of one. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Welcome back, everyone. International basketball at its finest. Platoon swap here for Team USA. And some changes here for Australia.
And you have to be impressed with the balance that the Australian team has. Defenders and scorers from top to bottom. It's a big part of why they have been so successful here in the tournament.
Yep, exactly. I mean, the Australians have put together a team that works extremely well with each other and have played unselfish basketball the whole way. I mean, they're definitely more than the sum of their parts on paper, and I'd say kudos to the Australian Federation for putting this group together.
Pass to Cousins. He dishes it to Prez. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Cousins has got his 4th assist in this one.
And Prez scores from anywhere, inside, outside. This guy does it all.
Back to Dellavedova. Exum with it. 6 points for him. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And they're able to recover. Shot clock at 5. Oh! And now Team USA on the break. Here's Cousins. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Australia.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another thing, I mean, they've done a great job early of creating chaos on defense, being disruptive, and getting steals through the first half of today's games.
Well, when the U.S. picks players from the NBA, it just isn't about taking the best player at each position. They look at much more than that to assemble the best team that they can.
Yeah, and that's a great point, because this is not an all-star team, although many of these players are all-stars. There's a difference. Really, they're looking for players that can impact the game without the ball, make others around them better, and are suited for the international style of play.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Poked loose. Here's Exum. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And Dante Exum is a guy who can fill many roles for this Australian side. Can play either guard position comfortably at this level and gives the Aussies a lot of flexibility with their lineup.
And Team USA making a change here. George is checked in. Here's Prez. And too long on the shot.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Excellent D there from George.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Here's Prez. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Australia making a switch here. Baines is checked in.
Quite easy to see why Prez is seen as a special talent. Not only a spectacular player, he's got a high basketball IQ as well.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Team USA leading by 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Substitution here for Team USA. Paul George, he's checked in for Cousins. Butler comes in for Kevin Durant. Prez is checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Lowry in for Irving.
And perhaps the biggest strength of this Australian team, their passing ability. Everyone at every position has a great sense of how to move the ball around.
Yeah, when you have guys like Bogut, Ingles, who all have size and can keep the ball moving around when it's not in the hands of a guard, I mean, that's a fun, enjoyable style of basketball to watch.
Australia making a switch here. Exum's checked in.
And what can you say about the impact Coach K has had on USA basketball? Has led the team to victories in every major tournament. More importantly, though, has brought the prestige Best of the best in the U.S. once again line up to be a part of the national team.
And with Coach K, that is what I think people forget. USA Basketball was underachieving in tournaments before he took over in 2006.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. I mean, Coach K was the perfect guy to ignite a real passion for players to get excited about representing their country again. I mean, had the gravitas with all the pros because of his legendary status as a college coach, knows how to manage people and players and these stars, and he's had them playing unselfishly and as a unit his entire tenure. Credit to Coach K for sure, but also to the players as well.
Outside, George over to the left wing. Prez dishes to George. And Team USA getting another basket right there.
Hey guys, this is something that happens in every international gathering. It's fun to see so many of the U.S. and Australian players going head-to-head, even though they're on the same NBA team.
Yeah, and they played against each other before in practice, but in competition, where a title is on the line, you better believe it'll be a no-holds-barred affair.
Now here's Prez. He's guarded closely. Great open look there. Green's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
When there's a wide open man, Prez finds him.
Pass to Exum. 1:14 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Prez. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And here is Dellavedova. There's a good screen. Defended by Butler. Goes up the baseline. No good that time. So Team USA will take it the other way. Feeds to Lowry. Outside, George. Outside, Butler. Some nice ball movement by Team USA. Unloads from 13. And there's George. That's good on the assist from Prez.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these two.
I approve that steal.
And the call will be against Prez.
Presidential pardon.
So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot two. And both free throws good for Dellavedova. Here's Prez. 19 points in the game. Outside, George. All three off the mark. Brokoff. The shot will not fall. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach. And if you're just tuning in, we've got the USA and Australia teams on the floor and ready to get going here for quarter number 4. Look now for Team USA. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Green. Paul George comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Prez is subbed in for Thompson. Dishes to Mills. Shoots the three. And that one is off. Good D by Irving. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Prez, no good.
Just too much of a deficit to overcome.
Just not enough clicks and ticks left on that clock in this one, Greg.
A 15-footer. Jordan. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
So it's Team USA winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.